Hey, this is Eric with Satisfied Incorporated. Today I wanted to come and talk to you about some of the parts that I'm making for the steering knuckles, be the E30 in specific, but it can apply to other models. Um, so first off, if you can, if you want to support me, I've got a website, satisfiedincorporated.com, and that's where I sell all these parts. So if you're looking for some of these parts, E30, I deal with all the earlier stuff. So E12, E24, E23, E28, E30, mostly all that stuff. Got a couple E34 parts and stuff, but not a whole lot. But check that out. Support me if you can. If not, enjoy the video. So what I want to talk to you about today is mostly the rubber delete pucks that you get in the steering shaft here. So for the E30, I make the little things that shorten it up if you're going to do like an E36 rack or a Z3 rack or whatever. So I'm making these. Um, Also comes with the rack bushings, and then you can buy these separate. These are the rubber delete pucks. So to me, at first, the benefit of the rubber delete puck was just that I don't like something like rubber holding my steering together. Especially when it's 45ish years old. I don't like that idea, so that's why I replaced it. I don't really know that it's going to fall apart. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but just peace of mind that I can drive this car for whatever 100 more years, and this aluminum puck's not going to break. It's not going to wear out. So I like that benefit over the rubber. But also, I just like a car that I can feel and that I know where it's going. I like a solid reaction. So if you're that kind of guy like me, these rubber pucks, they should help out. I don't think it's a huge deal either. Um, but it's the rubber. Just I don't want a gushy like feeling. And then that leads me to the last point about these is I think some people are actually afraid to use these because they feel like the rubber dampens the feeling to the road. So I guess if they think that they're gonna hit a pothole or something, it like doesn't shake their steering wheel. I don't know, but after having this installed in my car, uh, it just seems like kind of a crazy thought to me, I guess. So I just wanted to make this video real quick and show off kind of the parts that I'm making for the E30 steering knuckle, but um, just kind of mention all these things too. And I think people are kind of making a big deal about the road vibrations and the harshness of the steering when you eliminate the rubber. But maybe I'm crazy. I couldn't feel any difference at all. So if anybody has felt the difference moving from rubber to like aluminum or even a poly one, maybe you can leave a comment and say, if it mattered or if it did anything. Um, I find it hard to believe. So I just like this because it just replaces the rubber and it makes a more permanent solution. However, I think maybe the biggest reason that I would do this is because if you have the steering rack, this is an E21, so it's a little bit different. But if you have the steering rack in your car, a lot of times what can happen is you can have problems getting this end off of the steering column, or you can have problems getting this end off the steering rack. And it can be a nightmare. On my E21, it was brutal. I spent hours in, a hammer trying to get this back on. And obviously I put like a screwdriver in here and split it open. I used WD-40. But it was like crazy. It was to the point of using a sledgehammer on this thing, and I could not get it to budge. It took me hours. So one of the biggest reasons I would suggest moving over to an aluminum one, because on the E30, this is all riveted in. It's not bolted, so you can't take it apart. You got to cut it. But if you bolt it together, kind of like this E21 one is, then instead of taking this off the steering column and this off the steering rack, now you can just unbolt this and you can just pull that all out. And so it's just a different way where you'll never have to undo these again, which I think is actually a giant advantage. So that's just my quick thoughts on these rubber deletes. I don't think it's anything but advantages. And I got these are selling cheap. I think I got these for like 20 bucks on the website. Um, so super cheap, eliminates all slop and potential for failure and Also allows you to take the rack apart. So check them out. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt a harshness by going to a stiffer delete. Thanks for watching.